Tackling fuel. Hey guys, Jake from Baldwin Daily. And some guys have asked in videos about what we started talking about, water, storing water. And this is not something that can be, you can watch a 5-minute video and just be good to go on how to figure out how to store water, treat water, collect water, all that. So, if this is something you would like to see more in depth, comment it, and I'll either get a few guys on a podcast or a video or a series. Probably a podcast because it's easier. And you can listen to it while you're driving and shit. So if you want to see it expanded, because I'm just going to make something up here. Let's say like the 7 B's of water storage or water prepping. So let's say number 1, the easiest, the cheapest to get started. Bottled water. Just get you some cases of bottled water. Well, like $5 at Walmart for the big case of regular bottled water. There's better ways to do it, like Tractor Supply, Rural King, if you have those places. Sometimes they sell it by the pallet. You get 2 or 3 buddies and buy a pallet for almost nothing. And you get a whole bunch of bottled water. Don't store it on concrete. Do not store any water directly on concrete. Something leaches into the water. I've had water that was stored on concrete and it just tasted bad. I think there may be, if it's stored long enough, it may get something toxic in it. I'm not sure. I'll delve deeper into that, and if you comment, that'll be something we talk about on the podcast. So first B, bottles of water. Just regular bottles, get cases. Then, there's one actually sitting right there. Big ass jugs. So the 5 B's. We're doing all the B's. We're doing good so far. We got 2 done. Big bottles, or big jugs. Walmart, roughly $12 to $14 range. They have Aquatainers. They have these, the Igloo ones, that are stackable because they've got a raised impression here. We'll do more on each individual one later. They have the knockoff brands. I think they have some with wheels on it. So big jugs, because you need gallons and gallons of water, like way more than what you can expect. I think the average human uses something ridiculous like 20 to 30 gallons a day right now. You can live off of probably a gallon a day per person. That's going to be a really rough existence because you've got to be sanitizing, like cleaning surfaces after you cut meat and blah blah. You got to wash plates, dishes, all that. You got to drink it. You got to use it to cook with. You got to clean your body. You use a bunch more water than what you expect. So we got bottles, big ass jugs, boil it. So that's something that people don't even ever, like I've got filters in the house, people are like, oh, there's a boil water advisory. Okay. I could give a shit less. I filter my water. Anyhow, that's another video. Boiling water. You got to get, that gets certain things out of the water, certain things it doesn't. We'll go to number 4, a Berkey. And that's just a placeholder for whatever quality filter system you do. So you can make your own filter. You could collect rainwater and run through sand and carbon and charcoal and blah 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 blah, all that, filter your water. You can get the little Sawyer minis at Walmart for $20, pretty sure, that they claim to treat like 10,000 gallons. Ugh. You're going to be going slow after a certain amount. Bottles, big ass jugs, boil it, Berkey or filter, bring it in. You've got to be able to bring in water. If whatever you're getting ready for lasts longer than what you have in these, then you've got to bring in water. where are natural water sources around you? Are there streams, creeks, rivers? How are they going to be affected? Do you live in a chemical valley like I do, where a shelter in place is not unlikely, like at all, to where you can't go outside to get any more? Do you know how deep the groundwater is roughly in your area as far as digging a well, or at least getting down to dippable water? Natural springs. Is there a farmer right over there that has a great big 2-inch spring that comes up, that's my 2 inches, that comes up out of the ground that you can go dip water? And how long are you walking to get it? And what are you exposing yourself to? Environmental conditions like a blizzard, or a chemical release from a nearby, and by nearby plant I mean within 50 miles. You're pretty nearby. Air miles too. That expands her quite a bit. Are there hordes of zombies that you got to get through to be able to get your water? So what we got? Bottled water, big ass jugs, boil it, Berkey, bring it in. Something else? I don't know. This is just like a see the pants, hey, 3-minute, actually it's going to be like an 8-minute video of me saying stupid shit. You guys need to know how to treat your own water, how to bring your own water in, and how to, like, what things do you need to do to treat rainwater that comes off your roof that's covered in bird shit or dirt or whatever, goes through your eaves and then separate sediment. And so this could be a real long discussion just on the getting started part. If you want to see that discussion and me and 3 or 4 guys get real drunk and talk about it, comment that. There's already a podcast out there and we talk about some prepping stuff. So it's me and a buddy of mine, and it's not a prepping podcast or a gun guy or it's his podcast that's about anything and everything. Bowling, poker, golf, TV shows, whatever. But, and there's some things in there that are beneficial, like that you could use, because it's like me talking to a regular person and every now and then slipping in prepping stuff or gun stuff, and in a way that they're like, oh yeah, that kind of fucking makes sense. Huh. So that's something that you could use with your family. You're like, hey man, I'm all about this shit. Like, I want to put me a bunch of food away, but I can't explain to my wife that I think the zombies are going to come to eat her faces off and let me spend X amount of dollars on it. There are ways that you can start slipping in little things. If you listen to the More for Less podcast, then on some of the ones that I'm on there, because I'm not on all of them, there are little things about how to, and it's not like we say in the podcast, hey, here, I'm going to try to get him into, no, there's just like little things here and there. Hike my breeches up. We'll go eat me some lunch. Be prepared to thrive while others survive. And we'll expand on the 5 B's later. I think there was something else I was going to, I don't know. Read 1984. It's a good book. It's right there.